All right, sellers, this video is for you if you are thinking of possibly selling now or in the near future. You want to watch everything that I have to say because I'm going to go through a bunch of different types of sellers and what we can do for you to get you to your next goal. First and foremost, I have a lot of sellers right now that bought in 2020 or 2021 and they just purchased what they could at that time. And if you remember, it was insane. People were waiving their inspections, their appraisals. They were offering 20, 30, 40K over list price just to get the property. And it was an insane time to be in real estate. So now these buyers are like, hey, this property is really not working for me anymore, whether it be the family has changed or they just purchased something so they could live in it at the time. And now they realize it's not for them. I have a lot of them that are like, hey, I don't know what to do because I think I need to be in it for like 7 or 10 years before I can sell. And I don't know where they're getting this from, but you can sell your house anytime. And you are in major luck if you bought at that 2020 and 2021 period because you have so much equity. And you could go on a vacation, you could go on a hiatus from work, or you could purchase a home that you truly love. So I want to be there to make sure that I help you make that decision to get you to your next chapter. And the first thing you should do is give me a call and let's look at what you have equity-wise in your house and realistically where we could sell it at. And then you can decide what's best for you. So don't hesitate, even though you haven't owned your home for very long, you have a ton of equity in it, especially if you purchased in that area of 20 and 21. So on to the next. Probably coming into January is when I see the most divorces, and sad but true, there is a lot of them. And our demographic here in the Gillette or northeastern Wyoming area is really young. So it's like 35 with a couple kids, which means you're gonna see a lot of divorces. That being said, if this is you, it's very easy to actually sell. And what I do is I just work very transactionally with both parties, and we make sure that both parties make all the decisions together, and we get you to where you both have 50-50 and or whatever your divorce decree says, and we move you to the next spot, whether we help you find something else to purchase or an apartment to get into. But the initial meeting, we'll look at the house and we'll talk about what expectations are from me and you and how the showing process will go, and anything about either party's attorneys, I can make sure I CC them on all of our transaction material. So give me a call if this is you and selling your home might benefit you in your divorce because maybe you need to buy out one side, or maybe you just both need to sell the place and start new memories elsewhere. Something that I've had a lot of lately too is buyers or sellers with a home in probate. They had a loved one pass away or a significant other, and there was no will, and probate is actually where the attorney is going to take it all, and I work hand in hand with the attorney. And what we do is we make sure that the home is sold for market value and you get the most out of it, but it goes into that deceased person's trust. So at the end of the day, whoever is the executor of all of that is going to be who I work with. And I try to make it as easy and as simple as possible because I know this is a really confusing process for a lot of people. And I would say 99% of the people that I help through it have never gone through it before. And so it can be a little bit trying for them as it's emotional anyways. And then combine selling a property into that, it can be very overwhelming. I have a really good list of contractors that we can get in to fix things up or clean things up. Typical probate is probably going to take about 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer. It just depends on how busy all of the attorneys are and title and all of that. But At the time I'm recording this, I have a couple and they have come out of probate within about 3 months. So you can't really close on the property until that probate is finished. Let's say you are a growing family and when you initially purchased the house that you live in, you had 2 kids, now you have 5, you need more bedrooms, and the kids are bigger and they're loud, and when you have your friends over, there's no room in the house, right? Or maybe you have hobbies and you need a shop or you need a little bit of land. You can sell, even if you have an existing house to sell, you can purchase something new. All we would do is just kind of revise how we do that. And what we do first and foremost is make sure you get pre-qualified so we know your limitations, your price point, and is it feasible for what you want. Then second, we make sure that we can sell your house to where you will make enough money to make all of the new purchase make sense. So the pre-qualification is gonna be like the key thing to get started. And then I can assess your house, or whoever you work with, any real estate agent can assess your house on what you can sell it for. And then we would offer on the new house contingent on your selling. That means the new house purchase would not go through and would not start rolling until you actually get your house that you live in sold. So offering contingent is super popular, again, just this last 6 months. Because most people, when they're selling or when they're upgrading, they're gonna need to sell something right now. So that's back into play. It's great because we haven't seen it for about 2 or 3 years, and it's fantastic for people that really want to find that one they want and then list theirs, which is super secure, a really good way to go about knowing that you're gonna have your dream home and feel good about listing your house. I would say right now about 50% of my clients are selling their homes to move closer to their family. They have babies, it's just tough when it's just 2 of you taking care of them all the time. Mom and dad are a little bit further away. So that's kind of a big factor for people, is to move closer to families or to actually purchase a house altogether. I'm seeing that communal living way more popular than it's ever been. And it's probably because you can afford more house when you purchase it all together. If this is you and maybe you're looking at relocating back to family and you want to sell your home, I would love to take a look at your house and see what I can sell it for and if that works for you in your timeline. Maybe you've inherited a house. I have one right now where the client has inherited a home and it needed some upgrades and some fixing, and he's done all that and it's beautiful, and I can't wait to get it listed because it will be so good. But maybe you've inherited a house and you don't live here and you are not sure what to do. We can still sell it. I have plenty of clients like that are just give me a call and they're like, hey, I don't know what to do with this house. I don't live there. I want to sell it. What can I sell it for? I'm here to help. We'll make sure that it's smooth. We can do everything via technology. You don't have to actually be here, unless of course you want to come take pictures of it, whatnot, but you don't have to be here. I'll make it super smooth for you and a really good experience. And then you can turn that house into cash and decide how you're gonna spend your inheritance. That's a wrap for everything about the different types of sellers that I have right now. Maybe one of them is you. If one of them rings a bell with you and you're like, yeah, I think I do wanna sell, let me know. Even if you live outside of Wyoming, I have a vast network of really good agents all across the states that I work with. Give me a call, I'll connect you with one of them and we can get working on selling your home and to the next chapter of your life. As always, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.